Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember, share our live stream on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali on Facebook, and on YouTube, it's TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. So, Trinidad and Tobago, call him Imbert. Beginning next month, Finance Minister Colum Imbert will take on the role of chairman of the board at the CAF Development Bank of Latin America and the Caribbean for a one-year term. Now, speaking at the signing ceremony for a grant agreement this afternoon, Minister Imbert said he was reminded by CAF that the chairmanship of the board of directors at CAF is rotated among members' countries. Now, he was also questioned on matters, but walked away without any comments. Look at it.
Sir.
Trinidad and Tobago, why? I mean, you now sign a document to be the chairman or the chairperson for the CAF Development Bank of Latin America. I mean, anyone would want to have an interview with the media concerning this great accomplishment you have accomplished. But he chose to run away. It's sad, you know. It's sad. But then again, we have to understand that what is taking place in Trinidad, especially with the Ministry of Finance, where money missing, nobody can give an account, Privy Council saying why the minister is not being investigated, you know, all these sorts of things. But what I would like to see is that the DCP who went after the Commissioner of Police, I would love to see her go after ministers. No, serious. I would love to see her go after ministers because $3.4 billion missing and nobody know where that gone to this date. To this date. Nobody has any idea of where that money went. So I would love that DCP to go after ministers and put order to the house. Trust me, that would be a grand step. A grand step. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, you're viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali, #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago, where we deal with the issues at hand, issues that are affecting our country, things that we highlight, the solution, the roads, the bridge, government ministers, lack of funding for schools, lack of repairs in schools, WASA, T and Tech. We highlight issues that is affecting the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, viewers. That is what we do. We bring to light what they want to hide under the carpet. Yes, we do that. So, staying on this now, I just want to remind you that Real Talk Financing is offering you 5% on a fixed deposit. So by popular demand, viewers, it has rolled over from January to February. People are asking, Saeed, can we come in February? Can we come in February? So by popular demand by the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, we have decided, you know what? We're going to roll it into February. So those of you who were organizing but missed January, we have rolled it into February. 5% interest up front. Don't miss it out, viewers. We are the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago that is offering 5% on a fixed investment. Remember, we at Real Talk Financing, we do things in a way that you, the citizens, would benefit. As I said, viewers, instead of waiting 5 and 10 years for your interest, you can get it up front once you sign up an investment package with Real Talk Financing. We are the only one who are telling you to enjoy the interest on your hard-earned cash. we are the only one making it happen for you. Also, viewers, Real Talk Equipment. Real Talk Equipment has a truck for sale. It's a 7-ton wrecker with a crane. So Trinidad and Tobago, this is a prestige piece of equipment. Those of you who want to go into the trucking business, the transport business, this is the perfect truck for you. The perfect and ideal truck for you. Also, into Real Talk Equipment, there's an excavator, viewers. Those of you who going into the construction or want to have an excavator to do contract work, this is the perfect thing for you. It's a 306E. It's a new model, viewers. With this excavator, there's a blade in front so you can grade road also. Many excavators don't come with this piece of attachment, viewers. So if you're interested, 339-1670 or 238-6716. Also, Real Talk Group of Company. Real Talk Group of Company, viewers. We are in another business under the Real Talk Group. We are now dealing with crash and damaged vehicle. So if you have a truck, a bus, a car, a van, your insurance pay you off it, you want to sell it, contact our office, viewers, at 339-1670 or 238-6716. So as we start our program tonight, the investigation surrounding Commissioner of Police Earl Haywood Christopher involvement in the procurement of 2 sniper rifles continue. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service top brass remain tight-lipped about the status of the probe. Deputy Commissioner of Police Operation Junior Benjamin declined to answer all questions pertaining to the ongoing investigation. Now, ask if he was now in charge of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. He said the TTPS was awaiting the process to ensure who would be the next acting cop at this time.
The TTPS, because you won't be confirmed until Wednesday, and as of now, Earl Haywood Christopher is not acting in the role of Commissioner of Police. So confirm for me that there is no substantive Commissioner of Police at this time.
I would say the issue with the Commissioner of Police, I think, has been addressed by the Service Commission, and therefore we stand in terms of awaiting, again, the process to ensure who would be the next acting Commissioner of Police at this time.
Why should there be another one? If Earl Haywood Christopher was released without any charges, she's a free woman, why would she not be able to retain her position?
Again, I'm saying that the Service Commission, to me, clearly and dealt with the matter with the Commissioner of Police, and I would not at this time even venture to go any further. I would just say that we now look forward to the process, and we would await the completion of the process as it relates to an acting Commissioner of Police.
Now, viewers, the Parliament will meet to debate on acting Commissioner Wednesday. Now, Benjamin is expected to be in line for the position. Benjamin is the most senior TTPS official at this time, while DCP, Intelligence and Investigation, Suzette Martin, is next in line. While several questions were fired at Benjamin regarding various aspects of the ongoing investigation, he sidestepped them all with general response, that is, this is a matter that is under investigation. Listen to this.
Who gave the instructions to arrest Earl Haywood Christopher? Who signed off on that?
This is a matter that is under investigation at this time, and therefore, again, because it's a matter that is under investigation, we want to be very careful in terms of saying anything further on this matter.
But you should know who gave the instructions, and what role did the DPP play in the investigation and the instruction to arrest? Walk me through the role that happened between then and now. Who gave that instruction to investigate and subsequently arrest the Commissioner of Police?
The DCP INI is the one that is in charge of this particular investigation, and I think probably you can refer to the DCP INI again for any further questions on this matter. But for now, we simply would say that the process and the investigation is ongoing, and we will continue to just, again, ask persons to allow the process to take its due course. Thank you much.
But I ask again, why wouldn't Earl Haywood Christopher get back into a... You had DCP Suzette Martin facing charges, and she was able to work as normal. There are no charges. Earl Haywood Christopher is facing no charges. Why should she not be able to get her position back as Commissioner of Police?
I think that my answer remains, and it's important. My answer remains that this is a matter that is under investigation, and we will be very, very firm in taking our stance that we will allow the process to take place, and we will not comment any further on it.
No, Trinidad and Tobago, this is a very, very touching matter, you know. Very touching. Ask when last they had seen and spoken with the commissioner or the cop. Benjamin said our prayers continue to be with her. Director of Public Prosecution Roger Gasper said yesterday they're still waiting feedback from the police in relation to the probe into Commissioner of Police Earl Haywood Christopher. So if Trinidad and Tobago, this is a very, very touching subject, a very touching matter. But I want to know who gave DCP the okay or the order to go after the commissioner. That's number one. Number two, what I want to find out is a sniper rifle a prohibited weapon in Trinidad and Tobago? And if yes, who ordered the Commissioner of Police to sign off on that? This will bring an answer to everything that is taking place. Is a sniper rifle a prohibited weapon in Trinidad and Tobago? And if yes, who authorized the Commissioner of Police to sign off on that? This is what I want to find out. I mean, everybody's asking questions, but are we asking the correct question? The correct question is a sniper rifle a prohibited weapon in Trinidad and Tobago? And if yes, who authorized the Commissioner of Police to sign off on that? Because the gun dealer would not have brought in that if he didn't get a signature. I want to let you understand. So, together with his lawyer, he went in with all his documents, cleared his name, and that was it. That was it for that case. Now, the headache is on Erla. Only time I was telling Erla, go home, rest yourself, resign. You want to listen? I warned you too many times. Erla, go home. Erla, why you don't resign? You didn't want to take heed. Now look what happened. Look what happened. But nevertheless, viewers, we're not letting this distraction get to us. We are going for a short commercial break. But when we come back, we're going to hear more of this story.
We'll be right back.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Report Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saeed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery. At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome back.
Bigo, I asked just now, is a sniper rifle a prohibited weapon in Trinidad and Tobago? Now listen to this. Former Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith says the purchase of a sniper rifle for the Strategic Service Agency, the SSA, is not a criminal offense and cannot be used to justify the arrest and questioning of incumbent cop Earl Haywood Christopher. Now, Griffith said that to date, the police service cannot say what they planned to arrest and charge Earl Christopher for. He said the Firearm Act only allowed the police and the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force to bring in prohibited weapons. The SSA is not entitled to have prohibited weapons, because all the individuals in the SSA are hired as civilian.
This situation seems to be no different. It is amazing that up to now, the police service can't say exactly what it is that they were planning to arrest and charge Earl Christopher for. What I would like to believe it is that, again, looking at the situation of the Firearm Act, the only organization that can get prohibited weapons would be the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force and the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, law enforcement agencies. The SSA is not seen as a law enforcement agency, so they will not be entitled to have prohibited weapons, because all the persons in the SSA are hired as civilians, so it's basically a civilian prioritized organization. But because of that, somebody who is not very bright in the legal department of the police service may have perceived that now to mean that if sniper rifles were purchased by SSA, sniper rifles may have been prohibited weapons. They are not. A sniper rifle is not a prohibited weapon, strange as it is, because it is not an automatic weapon. And if that is the reason for what they did to Earl Christopher, my God, it shows the standard of the legal department of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, we got our answers. The former cop added that the only thing acquiring sniper rifle for the SSA might do was cause administrative glitch, because another organization had to buy those rifles for it. Griffith said, Haywood Christopher situation was not new, and said He saw it when he was the commissioner from 2018 to 2021. He claimed there were some people in the rank of the police who were constantly trying to displace others to get their jobs. Griffith called for the immediate removal of the Police Professional Standard Bureau (PSB) and a return to the use of international accredited institutions to select cops or commissioners of police and deputy commissioners of police instead of the Police Service Commission. Listen to this.
Is that the Professional Standards Bureau must be removed immediately. This has been the conduit towards officers using that as a platform to try to bust the throat of senior officers to try to get their job. That is what has been this PSB. It has been going on for the last few years. What should happen is that we must move this all under the Police Complaint Authority, probably give the head of the Police Complaint Authority some SRP position as an ACP, and have him select several persons to be able now to work with the under the PCA to do investigations separate and apart from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. Remove the PSP and give the powers to the PCA similar to the internal affairs you see in the United States.
The viewers, we've heard that. Now we're switching gears. The Minister of Energy, Stuart Young, has sought to clarify recent news of a deal with Jamaica's refinery Petrojam Limited by Paria Fuel Trading to secure marine fuel for bunkering in Trinidad and Tobago, saying the country has only imported fuel for marine sale. Young said, the only thing new about the arrangement is that he brokered a deal to obtain the fuel from Petrojam. He said the fuel bought from Jamaica would be sold at the profit to the vessel that entered TT's water. So, it is a net foreign exchange earned at a fraction, 500,000 barrels compared to 17 million that Paria purchased a year. Listen to this.
Paria has been buying fuel from all over the world at a profit. We buy it and we sell it at a profit. We use some domestically. None of this 500,000 barrels is for domestic. It is being used in our bunkering operations. We're purchasing it. It is marine fuel that is then being sold to vessels that come into Trinidad's waters at a profit. So it is a net foreign exchange earner. And a fraction, 500,000 barrels, compared to 17 million that Paria purchases a year. So this is complete mischief.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to follow this step by step. Responding to critics, Young reiterated that Petrotrin Refinery was closed down in 2018 because it was mongering money, with the government having to write off 12 billion in losses at the time of closure. He stated that the government could not refine this product in a profitable manner in the way we are purchasing and selling it now. Listen to this.
Running a refinery that is 38,000 barrels is a lot simpler in operation and a lot commercially simpler as well than a refinery that's 175,000 barrels of oil. Remember, we had reached a stage in our production, and it had started in the 2010 to 15 period, where unfortunately our domestic production had dipped below that point, and we had to be purchasing. By the time the refinery was preserved and closed in 2018, we had to be importing about 100,000 barrels of oil a day. By the time it was shut down, we had to write off over $12 billion in losses.
Now, viewers, further knocking critics. Young said, we have a trade surplus in our trading with Jamaica with hundreds of millions of dollars in TNT favors. He called on persons to allow the government to continue CARICOM initiatives to the benefit not only Trinidad and Tobago, but also to benefit our CARICOM neighbors. Listen to this now.
We have a trade surplus in our trading with Jamaica of hundreds of millions of dollars in Trinidad and Tobago's favor. Despite what bloggers may try to spin on it, and despite what others may try to spin on it, and it is a small part of Paria's operations that also sends strong signals in the promotion of CARICOM. So Trinidad and Tobago, that is what this transaction is about, that is what this deal is about, and we will always try to find ways to assist our CARICOM neighbors.
Now viewers, listen to this. This deal is worth around US $90 million. As the Caribbean nation seeks to expand its energy export, under this agreement, Petrojam will supply nearly 1 million barrels of very low sulfur fuel oil and a high sulfur fuel oil to Trinidad and Tobago. Listen to this carefully, viewers. Listen to this carefully. In August 2020, the UNC urged the police and the Integrity Commission to investigate conflict of interest allegations against the former Minister of National Security, Stuart Young, relative to his brother position in a finance firm which has a hefty loan contract with the government. Now follow me. Reading a letter that was sent to the Integrity Commission, I showed 57 recusal from cabinet by Young in the past 5 years. The letter alleged NCB Global Finance, whose CEO is Young brother Angus. Angus had a $2.5 billion in loan contract with the government and had seen its asset base grow from $132 million to $600 million from 2015 to 2019. Now Trinidad and Tobago, listen this now. Come on. Saying this was unprecedented growth during a recession, Ghana letter asked, why would the state go to a financial firm such as NCB Global Finance Limited to arrange for the rise financial far beyond what they lend, when they could easily go to a commercial bank? The letter said local banks have an asset base of $40 to $80 billion and during the period under question had excess liquidity of $3 to $4 billion, now standing at $10 billion. So the question tonight, viewers, what is the background on the relationship between PDVSA in Venezuela and Stuart Young? PDVSA once owned 49% of Petrojam until Jamaica took it back by force. So Trinidad and Tobago, that's a little insight onto this deal, this gas deal that is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago between Jamaica. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed, man. Great program as usual.
I do apologize for keeping you a little long on the line.
Oh, no problem, no problem. I will tell you, man. I want to make a contribution, man. This is a great program, you know, a great program. So I want to make a contribution.
Thank you for
But this country is corrupted to the bone. It's only bubble corruption, underhand dealing. That is why we are here today, you know, with this whole thing with Ula. But I know the citizens of this country can analyze well. The citizens of this country will analyze well, you know. And you already know this. Years ago, the foreign governments telling us about guns and so on coming into this country, and high officials and state officials funding crime, funding criminals with their activities. The head of this mafia organization, Idi Amin brother, start to run to Mexico, run to the US, Colombia, Brazil. He say he going to stop guns from coming into this country because the US had their hands on the knob. So they know where it's coming from. And citizens of this country, we are stupid, the citizens not stupid. You educating the citizens of this country, Mr. Said. Today they see how guns are coming in here, who are bringing in the guns. The guns are coming in legal into this country. And they're blaming the port, they're blaming the border, they're blaming everybody except themselves, including the citizens of this country, they're blaming. And Mr. Said, with reference to the sniper weapons, the problem and the governments of the world is question and put pressure on this government. SSA is not the people to have those kind of weapons. Those are high-powered weapons, and it is used, like you see, 1990 coup, then they will bring out these weapons. Terrorism activity and so on, then they will bring out, but there are plenty. But SSA is not the agency to have that. Anyway, I won't say where they are and who have them, but there are plenty in the country, and it is used for these purposes. And the DCP that did the investigation on the Commissioner of Police, I want that DCP to also investigate PC Suklal, who ticketed you for nothing, that, and we must know who he connected to, if he connected to logistics and training, and that fella they call Brent, who is the owner and operator of logistics and training. So as you get 3 demerit points on your driving permit there, if you get 12, they take your driving permit and you have to go to logistics and training to retrain. So I hope the opposition is taking note of this and they're going to disband that logistics and training and open that police post to the top of Lavantil up at the tank and send Brent Batson as the sergeant of the and PC Suklal up there, right? So the criminals will welcome them with open arms. Shame on you, PC Suklal, again. We will keep thinking this. You're not a good citizen of this country. Shame on you, Mr. Said. God bless. Keep up the great work you're doing.
Thank you, my friend. So, viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But before we go for this break, I want to tell you about Real Talk Financing and their investment. Now, remember, we are the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago to bring to you 5% interest up front on our fixed investment. Only we are the Real Talk Group viewers have the audacity and the boldness to bring this to you. Yes, we are in the financial business like any other financial institution. We are licensed. All our departments are licensed. So it's 5% interest up front. It's rolled over from January to February by public demand. So those of you who have been wanting to come in January and didn't get the time, it's not a problem. We roll it over in February, viewers. 5% interest up front. Don't wait until you end up in the hospital. Don't wait until, you know what? I feel like I could die. No. You're getting your interest up front to enjoy it while you are alive. You don't have to wait 5 and 10 and 15 years again, viewers. We bring it to you. You ask for it. You ask for something better. Real Talk Financing, we did something better for you. Also, viewers, be members of Real Talk Credit Union. We urge you every day. We urge you every day to set up an account with Real Talk Credit Union. Let me tell you something. A lot of people are going to the credit union for loans. You know why? The interests are less than the bank. Less than the bank. So be members of Real Talk Credit Union, viewers. Come open a savings account for you, the kid, the grandmother, the grandfather, everybody. Open a savings account, buy shares into Real Talk Credit Union. Also, viewers, Real Talk Equipment have 2 pieces of equipment for sale, a truck and an excavator. Contact our office, viewers. 239-1670 or 238-6716. Viewers, a truck and an excavator. 2 beautiful pieces of equipment that you could make money with. Also, Real Talk is going into the new business, our new department, where we deal with crash vehicles, crash and damaged vehicles. So any type of vehicle you have, viewers, you can WhatsApp me at 267-7325, send me the pictures, send me the price, and we can negotiate from there. So we are going for a short commercial break. When we come back, we're going to hear what DCP Preacher has to say after this.
We'll be right back.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on the roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back. At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com.
Welcome back.
So Trinidad and Tobago, welcome back to Real Talk. Remember, those of you having spiritual problems, you can also contact me, 339-1670. So as we start off our program, addressing a viral video that surfaced on Sunday gone, in which he was seen wearing a bulletproof vest as he delivered a sermon at his church on August 4th, 2024. DCP Junior Benjamin sought to contextualize the clip. He explained it was an illustrated sermon that I was given on the topic at the time, battle warning. And I was addressing the whole idea of battle warning. I was dressed showing in battle that we must always be prepared. Therefore, the bulletproof vest was there to show that battle readiness. Listen to this.
I want to start this afternoon's press conference to address a video that has been surfacing, and that video showed that I was preaching in my church on August the 4th, 2024, and I had on a bulletproof vest and was sharing with members of my congregation. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to start off by saying it was an illustrated sermon that I was given on the topic at the time, battle warning. And as I was addressing the whole idea of battle warning, I was just showing in battle that we must always be prepared. And therefore the bulletproof vest was there to show that battle readiness.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, Benjamin said, I want to make it categorically clear that I do not wear a bulletproof vest every single Sunday. And it was done on that particular day as a way to demonstrate to the audience that we are in a spiritual battle. Also addressing his statement during a sermon that he would be a cop one day, Benjamin, who is an ordinary pastor, said, in the sermon battle warning, I stated that we ought to be strong. And that is something that Trinidad and Tobago, we all need to be in times of struggle. That we need to know that we can find strength in God, and we can also find strength in our positive affirmation.
I want to make it categorically clear that I do not wear bulletproof vests every single Sunday. And I want to say that it was done on that particular day as a way to demonstrate to the audience that we are in a battle, a spiritual battle. Notwithstanding, in that video, I think many persons would hear me make mention of the fact that I would be a commissioner of police, and I would like to address the context of that statement. In the sermon battle warning, I stated that we ought to be strong. And that is something that Trinidad and Tobago, we all need to be in times of struggles, that we need to know that we can find strength in God, and we can also find strength in our positive affirmations.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, I could understand this. I could understand this. Now, he will be preaching from the point, physically you need to be strong, and you always need to be ready. You always need to be ready. I understand that. So here's the reason why he said he are always ready for battle. Because he is strong, he has on his physical gear in the physical world. A correct, director? He has on a physical gear in the physical world for battle. You need to be ready. But now Trinidad and Tobago, in the spiritual world, it's a different thing. In the spiritual world, you will have on the body of armor, or your vest of armor in God. So there's a difference between the physical and the spiritual. In the spiritual, you always need to be ready, because you never know when the devil could throw something at you, pelt a dart at you, pelt a shot at you. You never know. So you always need to be ready in the spiritual. Likewise, in the physical world, you always need to be ready for anything. Because from time to time, living does change. Long ago we had horses pulling cart and doing deliveries. Today we have vehicles and truck doing that. So from time to time things change, but you always have to be ready to face consequences. You always have to be ready to be in battle. So I could understand the DCP on his illustration within the physical and the spiritual, because I do spiritual work, so I understand that. I understand that. So I would not, how other people would want to condemn him. No, I wouldn't condemn him. We have the So Trinidad and Tobago, listen to the DCP, but we call him pastor tonight. Listen to the pastor preach.
In this fight, we cannot be afraid. We cannot cower. Hello, I don't care what is the crime situation. I don't care who is the crime. I got to be strong. Somebody shout to the pastor, say be strong. Be strong. Good, be strong. I need to hear that too. Be strong. Be strong. People don't want to leave their house. Pastor, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Hey, be strong! You will attract your words. So if you start to talk negative things, a host of negative things will come. Because it is attracted by a word. But I start to speak some things over my life. I am telling, I am not going to die before my time. Hello, I am going to be a commissioner of police. I am going to be a good commissioner of police. I am going to be a leader of leaders. I start to speak it over my life. Whether it happens or not, hello, that you watch and see. But hello, I will not wait until you tell me that. No, I'm going to die before my time. Hello, I am going to be a commissioner of police. I am going to be a commissioner of police. Time. Hello, I am going to be a commissioner of police. I am going to
into his life. The man, I'm gonna tell you something. We cannot blame the man. I would not blame the man. I will not go against the man for saying, I will be a commissioner of police. The man is a DCP. The man is a DCP. He's in line. Deputy Commissioner of Police. The man in line. So I am not going to say, well, you see that? We're going to condemn the man. No, I am not going to say that. The man was a DCP before this whole incident blew up. Correct, Director? The man was a DCP before this whole situation with Ola. The man speak it into his life. One day I will be the Commissioner of Police. I used to speak things into my life too. Today I was telling what I'm working at today. I, Saieed, will have one of the biggest fixed deposit center in Trinidad and Tobago. I used to say that. I used to say, Saieed, one day you will be a big boy in a bank. Today we have Real Talk Credit Union where I am the president. Today we have Real Talk Financing. What we doing? We offer the highest interest rate on fixed deposit, 5%. You know what is that? Man, I speak it into reality, man. So if the DCP said, you know what? I'm going to speak into my life. I'm going to be the Commissioner of Police one day. The man is already a Deputy Commissioner of Police. So he is what? He is on his way. He's been what? He's been favored from the Most High. He's been favored from the Most High. And you can't give the man wrong. So I, personally, will never condemn the DCP. You know why? He is already speaking it. He's already speaking it. And I'll tell you something. God is acting ways. God is acting ways where we will be so amazed, you know. I'm telling you. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. Jesus knew who Judas was. Jesus knew Judas was going to condemn him 3 times. Did he ever say anything to Judas? No. Did he ever condemn Judas? No. Did he ever tell Judas, don't follow me? No. He never did that. He broke bread with Judas. He blessed bread and gave it to Judas. He blessed wine and all you feel is joke or what? Jesus knew who Judas was, but never confronted him until what? Until the hour on the clock reached. Until the hour on the second reached. And then he confronted Judas. Not before, not after, but on time. On time, on the clock. So Trinidad and Tobago, if the DCP said, but the power of God dwelling in him, I will be the next commissioner one day. You can't doubt the man. The man is already a deputy commissioner. The next thing for him is to be called the Commissioner of Police for Trinidad and Tobago. Call her good night.
Yes, sir. Good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Yes, sir. I have 3 quick points, right?
Tell me.
Concerning this whole deal with the commissioner of police, right?
What
I thought that we're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
Correct.
So why is the service commission so quick to get rid of Rula now? And them is the same one that pulled back on merit list.
The director already proven her not guilty because they said they had nothing to charge her with.
Right. So why are they detaining the woman for? This is the question. So who it is, who come up with the research, who do the investigations to get the evidence to detain the woman? This is the problem in the country.
Who called the shots?
This what going on here is the problem in the country. The detection rate, the investigation, everything just fall apart. And look who they put to investigate, the commissioner of police, Suzette Martin, the woman who get away with it, and she get away with it from somebody on the
Case Trout, yeah.
Right. So one investigating next one, and the next one investigating this one, and they expect to get any result. No, it can't work. So this thing can't work. And let me tell you something, right? I don't know if I will either. To me, I think them just push it as a puppet. She is a puppet. But fear is fear. They should have never do the woman out there. Open up the state now for a big lawsuit. If
exactly.
She could sue the state under the state of emergency. Because remember, all the rights suspended,
Yep.
So we have to wait and see how this works out concerning that part. But anyhow, you're talking concerning the bank and Petro Jam, right? And Stuart Young, brother, right? Do you know that I come across information today that he is a big player in one of the banks, that Petro Jam Bank, you know?
In Jamaica, yeah, I know that.
I don't know how true it is. It's alleged. I come across some information there. And the next thing side, this whole thing with the minister who did donate a assault rifle, a fully automatic assault rifle to the police. Why was an investigation launched into that? Why didn't detain that person and question that person concerning that assault rifle? How it is that person get a fully automatic assault rifle? How that person get a license for that? And who signed off that license? Why didn't do an investigation into that? That's what they're supposed to do. And here is, before I go, word on the ground. Remember a couple of years ago, it had a minister who had pictures with certain people with assault rifles on Komodo.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you remember that. The children had the assault, the rifles.
Yeah.
Well, word on the ground is that them is assault rifles, fully automatic assault rifle, right? It's alleged that them is the same kind of rifles, eh? I don't know how true, but I just people talking now on the ground, And let me tell you something, the population needs to keep their eye on this $2.6 billion that's missing, because they come with real distraction. Just after I had this investigation into the finance minister and this money that gone missing with the ruling of the Privy Council, people need to keep their eye on he. Because for some reason, they don't want to investigate he. Because they know that 2.6 billion, they cannot account for it, and we need to know where that money goes inside.
Correct.
And I know no chicken feed money, we need to know where that money goes. Anyway, sir, you enjoy your night.
Thank you, my friend. So how is it, as the caller said, how is it they could investigate the Commissioner of Police for signing off on a document to give a gun dealer to bring in 2 sniper rifle, and then Gary on the other hand saying that is not a prohibited weapon because it is not an automatic weapon. Now we have $3.4 billion gone missing and nobody investigating the minister. Lords in England Privy Council saying, so how is it that the minister is not being investigated? Who is investigating that? Come on, somebody say something. Always talking about this 3.4 billion, you know. Always talking about it, you know. But Trinidad and Tobago, Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Faraz Al-Rawi, have stated that the investigation into Police Commissioner Earl Haywood Christopher should not be rushed. Al-Rawi echoed Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley's statement that the government has no role or function in the investigation surrounding the commissioner. Al-Rawi said, this is not a rush job, as there is a process to the investigation.
There is, however, the need for the DPP, Police Service Commission, and the TTPS to go through its mechanisms and paces and to, no doubt, join the public in the concern that we need to have stability. This is not a rush job. I have been the subject of investigation. Many people have been the subject of investigation. You don't hold significant power and responsibility and not at times subject yourself to investigation. I've given many a statement to the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service as an individual. It's never concerned me because I know that the processes will happen. This is where you have to have processes happen and answers will come from the process.
Now, Trinidad and Tobago, he also denied that the government was involved in this matter. Listen to this.
Whatever has happened, that is just coming to that. That a senior officer like that could have apparently run afoul of the law. But I know that in Trinidad and Tobago, we are a nation governed by laws. There's protection for the innocent. A person is innocent until proven guilty, and due process is guaranteed. The government of Trinidad and Tobago does not identify any person to become the subject of police investigation, charge, or prosecution. That is a matter for the police, and there's no role in that process of prosecution for the government. So just let's get that very clear.
So now, Trinidad and Tobago, we have come to the end of our program tonight. But nevertheless, remember, Real Talk Financing is offering you 5% in February. Those of you who didn't get it in January, you have February. 5% interest up front. Enjoy the benefit of your hard-earned cash in a proper investment. Real Talk Financing. Viewers, we're out of time for tonight. Until we meet again, peace.